Imagine waking up after 38 years of marriage and realizing the person next to you is a stranger. Not because they changed, but because they were never who they said they were. This isn't a Lifetime movie. This happened to Terresa Callahan. And what she did next, well, let's just say she didn't go quietly. Terresa Callahan was not the kind of woman you'd expect to see in the center of a scandal. She was 61, a retired librarian, quiet, private, a woman who had spent her life surrounded by books, knowledge, and, until recently, a man she thought she knew, her husband, Gregory Callahan. For nearly 4 decades, Terresa and Gregory were seen as that perfect couple. Neighbors admired them. Their church held them up as examples of stability. But beneath the surface, there was rot. One Saturday morning, while sorting through old tax files in their attic, something Gregory always told her not to worry about, Terresa noticed a stack of recent financial statements from an account she never knew existed. Gregory had not only been siphoning money into a hidden fund, he'd been investing in luxury condos, in his name only. But that wasn't the worst part. Inside one folder, buried under a property deed, was a printed photo. Gregory and a woman half his age, on a yacht, laughing, kissing. Terresa didn't cry. She didn't scream. She just whispered, "I knew it." Instead of confronting Gregory right away, Terresa began documenting everything. She copied account numbers, photographed receipts, backed up emails. She even began recording conversations at dinner. And the woman who had spent her life cataloging books became an expert at cataloging evidence. When Gregory noticed she had stopped asking about bills, he thought she was being emotionally distant. He had no idea she was preparing to burn down the life he built on lies. It came during breakfast. She placed the documents on the table. "These are from the attic," she said quietly. Gregory's face turned pale. He didn't say a word for several seconds. Then finally, "You've been spying on me?" "No," she said. "You've been hiding from me for 38 years. He tried to flip the script, accused her of invading his privacy, of stealing property that wasn't hers. That's when Terresa did something Gregory never expected. She called her lawyer. The divorce became a war zone. Gregory tried to claim Terresa was mentally unstable. He forged a letter from a therapist, hoping to gain full control over the shared assets. But Terresa had her receipts, literally. She had 8 months of evidence and a lawyer who specialized in high net worth betrayals. She subpoenaed Gregory's offshore accounts, froze his assets, and revealed his workplace affairs to the board of directors at his firm. Gregory lost everything he thought he could protect, and Terresa, she didn't even blink. After the court finalized the divorce, Terresa sold the house, bought a small coastal cottage in Oregon. She adopted a rescue dog, learned how to ride a bike again. She started a blog anonymously, sharing her story with other women trapped in long, silent marriages. She titled it Chapter 39, because as she wrote, the first 38 chapters were his. This one's mine. People often ask, why didn't she leave sooner? But it's never that simple. Love clouds judgment. Routine numbs awareness. And sometimes survival feels easier than confrontation. But when Terresa left, she didn't just escape a man. She escaped a lifetime of gaslighting, lies, and emotional control. And when she did, she didn't look back. Her story isn't one of rage, it's one of awakening. So if you're watching this and you feel like something isn't right in your life, like the person next to you is a stranger, maybe it's time to check the attic. And if stories like this keep you thinking long after the credits roll, you know what to do. Tap that subscribe button. Turn on notifications because the next story might hit even closer to home